Hey everybody, welcome to Hockey Skate Down. Before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers. If you want to join our hockey team, it's free. Click subscribe, hit the notification bell to all. Thank you all so much, and let's get started. So, I wanted to do a video on this. Tom Fitzgerald said today when he was talking to Mike Morial that they're open to trading their 10th overall pick if it's something that helps them out for now and in the future. But we've known this. Tom Fitzgerald has made this very open. He's said that if the deal is right for the Devils, he will make that trade if it's there. So this is nothing new. This is something that's been said for the past couple of months whenever Fitzgerald has done any interviews. So in this video I want to talk about options as we're nearing the draft and all that. I want to talk about this because there's a couple of options that were there, and I think it's narrowing down to two options that the Devils may look at. So in this video, I want to compare the two and just talk about it. So please stay with me throughout. So Tom Fitzgerald told Mike Morial of NHL.com that the organization is open to trading their 10th overall pick. Tom Fitzgerald said, "If we feel it helps us now and in the foreseeable future, then yes, I'm listening. I haven't gotten anything yet. But the more I talk to teams, I say, listen, I'm open to moving the 10th overall pick, but it's going to have to be something significant." So when you're looking at the list of names that we've been hearing going around, even leading into this past trade deadline, it's Jakob Markstrom, it's Linus Ullmark, it's John Gibson, and you heard Jusi Saros' name going around. These are great goaltenders. They would really help the Devils going forward, but it's going to cost a lot to acquire these. John Gibson, to me, his name has kind of fizzled out in the trade rumors, so I think the Ducks will really add some pieces in this offseason and really stick with him going forward. So I don't think it'll be John Gibson. It still could be, but I just don't see, and I haven't heard his name going around in trade rumors into this offseason. So names you have been hearing, Jusi Saros, with Askarov in the wings, Jusi Saros is a name that may price himself out of Nashville, and Nashville is looking to maybe move him if the price is right for them too. But Jusi Saros is going to cost a lot to acquire via trade, and he's going to cost a lot to get a contract extension done with him. You're looking at a contract that's going to be either in the 8s, the 9s, going up. So that's going to be something that the Devils have, another huge contract on the books. So again, it's going to cost a lot to acquire him via trade. It's going to cost a lot to sign him going forward. So I would be reluctant to not go for Jusi Saros. So the two names you're kind of looking at being between is Jakob Markstrom of the Calgary Flames and Linus Ullmark of the Boston Bruins. So these two names, with the way they've played this past year, it is aligning that the Devils can really make a move with either one of these two teams and really help themselves out for the future and help the other team out as well. So looking at Jakob Markstrom, he's definitely the older of the two. He's 34 years old, 6'6", 206, good frame, $6 million AAV on his current contract, which expires at the end of the 25-26 season. So if you're getting Markstrom, you're getting that extra year that you have him under contract for. Linus Ullmark is the younger of the two, 30 years old, 6'4", 215, good frame as well. His current contract is for $5 million AAV, and it expires at the end of the 24-25 season. So it expires at the end of this upcoming season. Looking at his previous track record, in 22-23, he shares the William Jennings Trophy winner with Swayman, and he won the Vezina Trophy winner that year. So both of these netminders would be a tremendous upgrade for the New Jersey Devils. But with Ullmark, I think with him being younger and what he's won recently, I think it's going to be a lot to acquire him. So that 10th overall pick is definitely going to be going to the Boston Bruins if they try to trade for Ullmark. Ullmark, to me, I think, with Swayman due for a huge raise and Ullmark's contract expiring at the end of this upcoming season, it's going to be hard to keep these two goaltenders under contract for the Boston Bruins. So I do think that Ullmark is definitely going to be on the move, and they're looking to add younger pieces in their organization. So that's where I think the Devils and the Bruins make a ton of sense with this. But, when you're looking at Ullmark going forward, what's his next contract going to be? When players win these huge trophies like the Vezina Trophy, it's something that they're going to use against them when they're trying to get as much as they can in the next deal. So if he's making 5 now, you're going to see it definitely being 6, 7, 8 maybe on his next deal. So that's where Tom Fitzgerald has to see, where he wants to go with how much he wants to pay his next netminder. When you're looking at Markstrom, there was a lot of situation going around with Markstrom and the Calgary Flames. There was word that there was a trade between the two teams that was nixed by the management of the upper management of the Calgary Flames. So he did agree to waiving his no trade to come to New Jersey. So that in its sense, he does want to come here. So you have that already in the books. And with the way that the year went, as the year was winding down, you had the exit interviews. He made it apparent that, he might not be back with the Calgary Flames, and they're looking to move on. So, and he may be as well. He checked out kind of at the end of the year, but he still played well enough to try to get the Flames back into the playoff hunt. So, to me, Markstrom would be a good addition. I know he's older. I know the Devils have not, the past couple of years, have went towards these older netminders to be these band-aids for the upcoming season. But when you're looking at all these analysts and they're saying their top fives, Jakob Markstrom is always in that mix. Brodeur has said that, and other people as well have said that Jakob Markstrom is still a good goaltender. He's still up there, and his stats don't lie. He still has good seasons. His GAA is good. His save percentage is good in the past couple of seasons. So I know his wins and losses are not as good. They could be better, but maybe it's a situation where he goes to another team. Maybe it may help a situation out. The only thing that worries me about Markstrom, he is 34. With goaltenders, as they age, you have to worry about, can they maintain what they've done? Can they play injury-free? And you've seen Markstrom this past year sustain a couple of injuries here and there. Nothing major, but it has been injuries that have kept him out here and there. I think it was like 4 different injuries that occurred throughout the year that have kept him out of a couple of games at certain points. So, you always have to worry about that situation with goaltenders, their legs, their hips, their knees. It's something that starts to give out as they get older. So if Markstrom can maintain his health and be a good goaltender for the Devils for the next 2 years, that's where it could be a situation where he's 34, you get him for those 2 years. Maybe if he plays well in the organization, you sign him for another 1 or 2 years after that at a cheaper rate. So you're not getting goaltenders where their contract's going higher and maybe getting lower with Markstrom's case. So, and it gives them time to have him for a couple of years while their goaltenders in their system, like Dawes and Schmidt and Poltert, get time to get acclimated with the pro game and get their game better to where it should be coming into the Devils organization. So, this is something that is nearing as we're nearing the draft. But still, the Devils have a lot of choices to make. The draft is deep this year. If the Devils want to upgrade at defense, if they want to upgrade at some good forwards that are there is options at their 10 spot. So, to me, if you're going towards Ullmark, he's the younger goaltender, you're going to have to definitely give the 10th overall pick. With the Calgary Flames situation, if you're looking at a trade that was during the trade deadline, I would definitely say the first round pick was definitely in play. But as we're going into the offseason, maybe it's less in play if Markstrom says, listen, I want to go to the Devils. If he says flat out, I want to be traded to the Devils, then it becomes a situation where the Devils might not have to give as much to get Markstrom. So maybe it becomes a Holtz situation, who was a former 7th overall pick. Maybe it becomes, Holtz and a prospect and a later round pick, maybe like a 2nd or 3rd pick, instead of using that 1st round pick. So there is options that the Devils can do if they lean towards Markstrom, and especially that he's getting older. His contract's not going to be going up; it's going to be going down. So, and it gives time for the goaltenders in the system to develop. So it's an interesting situation. The Devils definitely will get a goaltender heading into next season. They already got a new coach, so that's looking great. They're going to round out their coaching staff, and they're going to add some pieces this year to make their roster better heading into this season as compared to last season. So it's definitely something to keep an eye out on, but I think it's really going to circle around these two names between Ullmark and Markstrom. So I'm curious to see which way Tom Fitzgerald goes, or maybe he goes for an outside name that we're not even thinking about. So comment below. What do you think about this? Do you think the Devils should go towards Ullmark? Do you think the Devils should go towards Markstrom? Or another goaltender? Comment below and let me know. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate your time. Smash that like button if you haven't done so, and subscribe to Hockey Skate Down. It's free. and join our hockey team. Thank you all so much. Have a great rest of the day. Have a great night. Take it easy. Stay safe.